What is going on, guys? Johnny here.
Frizzy.
Frizz, we're back.
We're back.
We didn't have a video last week.
No.
Apologies.
Sorry.
That's on me. That is on
Just
me.
busy.
Life is busy.
Busy.
But Frizz, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Oh,
to you.
thank you.
We're both November birthdays.
We are, guys.
Scorpios.
Mm-hmm. You may not know this, but we are 4 days apart in
We
birthdays.
are 4 days apart,
I'm a
yes.
year older, but
Yep.
we're 4 days apart. When Frizz and I first started dating,
I was so mad.
it was almost a deal breaker. Now she doesn't love her birthday as much as they've
No, I don't
started to
celebrate my
add up.
birthday.
But it was a deal breaker at first. Frizz, fun fact, our anniversary is next week.
Yeah, we have a busy month.
We love November.
Yeah,
we do
November's
love
the best.
November. We actually tried to get married on the 10th to split our birthdays, reserved the place, and then they called us 2 days later and said they double booked.
Yeah, so we had to. 17th.
It rained that day, though.
Yeah.
Let's talk. We have a lot to talk about, obviously, clearly. Sales over the weekend. We were in Indianapolis. We visited Frizz's fam.
Fams from Indy.
Went to the Bills game.
You did.
They needed me.
They won.
Our son and I went. They needed us to be there, so we went. So, and then we got to talk about the Indy Bins.
Yeah, we did go to the Indy Bins.
Can we even call it the Indy Bins
No,
anymore?
it's an Indy conveyor.
We're going to have to talk about this. We're going to have to talk about it. But let's get into Posh sales, eBay sales, and let's just go from there. With Posh Frizz, this is all you.
Yep.
13 sales, $433.
Yeah.
What did you sell?
Okay, so this is a good brand to be on the lookout for. It's Acacia, sold on Revolve, very, very expensive. It's going into winter, but this is a swim cover-up.
If you could not
From
tell.
Acacia. It is a romper, actually. Cute. It sold on Poshmark for $98, and I got it at the Goodwill for $5.
And Frizz is in her snowboarder era.
Yeah,
So,
it's cold. I'm cold.
Selling beach clothes in
the
winter.
Is a total style-based pickup. I picked it up at the bins. Sometimes when I'm at the bins and I'm not really finding, because you don't always find like great brands, you gotta go by style or like fabric content. But this was a style-based pickup. This is Route 66, a very like Y2K brand. I think it was sold at Walmart.
Oh, yeah. Was it? Or
Yeah.
JCPenney? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
One of those.
Walmart or JCPenney.
Get your kicks
Dang it, Dan!
on Route 66.
Now at Kmart.
Anyways, this is a midi-length jean skirt with the nice pleating in the front and the belt attached to it. Total style-based pickup, very Y2K, and it sold for $32.
$32. And it probably wasn't $32
No,
brand new.
it was probably $10.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that is like, if you are struggling, a lot of times I think resellers, they go into thrift stores and they're like brand.
No.
And we'll even pick up brands where the item is not in style.
Right, yeah, an out of style. Yeah, because it could be a great brand, but it's an out of date style. So always look for style base. And Y2K is huge right now. 90s Y2K. So we brought the style actually nowadays.
That is, yeah, that is.
The Y2K 90s kids are bringing the styles.
We're just doing what we do. But we were talking about this. We were in Indy, like we just said, and we went to a couple Goodwills. We didn't have a ton of time, but
No,
we didn't
it was
find
busy.
squat.
Nope, nothing. So my parents live on the south side of Indy. The north side of Indy is where the good thrifting
Where all
is.
the good stuff
That's
is.
where like the richer part of
The
town
fancy
is.
people
The
are.
fancy people live on the north side. We live on the south side. So, but the Goodwills down on the south side aren't as great.
But this is like, when you're going real fast, you're kind of looking for brands. And then I don't know about you guys, but we thrift differently away from home, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I would have picked this up
Yeah.
if I was home.
Because we don't have a lot of room.
No, but if you're not finding brands, this is where style is really important. So you can still resell and still do all those things. Just learn the styles
Based
a little
off
bit
style
more.
and then add the keywords.
Because if Route 66 is selling
Yeah,
for $32,
I don't know if Route 66 was even in the title. I'd have to check if it was in the title or not. But it doesn't even have to be in the title. You can just put Y2K midi skirt, 90s,
love it. Nice job, Frizz.
Thanks. Okay, when I found this, I was so excited. I love this. This is a new tag J Crew, and it's also new with tag, but that's their new tag.
New tag. New with
Anyways,
tag.
this adorable, very preppy cardigan, sweater, blazer. It sold on Poshmark for $70, and I got it for $5 at the Goodwill. I wanted to keep it, but I don't dress that fancy, so it's really cute.
What are you?
So cute.
What are
very
your?
like Chanel vibes.
Ooh, it is very Chanel
Yeah.
vibe. Schnauzer.
I didn't put that in there.
No, but well, don't put that.
No,
right?
don't put that in there.
But J. Crew, it's kind of having a moment.
J. Crew sells. J. Crew does, especially if it's like more recent pieces and stuff. Like even.
And that's the newer tag, right?
Yeah.
So.
But even some of the older pieces will still sell. Like their basics, their jardigans
Mm-hmm.
sell really well for us. But yeah.
J. Crew really falls under keyword preppy.
Preppy.
A lot of preppy stuff, but J. Crew's having a moment.
Yeah, I would say J. Crew's like preppy capsule. I always tag like capsule because like a capsule wardrobe, very kind of minimalist, like basic styles.
Good forever.
Mm-hmm.
And with J. Crew, like some like Gap sweaters are doing well. I feel like Gap is having a little micro moment.
Yeah, we have sold a couple of Gap pieces. I pick it up at the bins and it sells.
But again, maybe brands that people typically were like, oh, I don't pick up those brands. Style super important.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice job again.
Thanks.
Frizz, I didn't pull anything because it's a bundle.
Yep.
We don't sell a lot of bundles, but we sold a bundle.
Yeah, we sold a bundle of 4 for $80, and I'm happy about that.
It was like what, Eileen Fisher Free People kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the bundle was like 100, and they offered 80, and it was like deal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
So 13 orders, $433. Thanks, Poshmark.
Thanks, Posh.
Before we get to eBay, Frizz, we have to talk about these indie Goodwill conveyor belt
belts.
things. Guys, we'll pop up a video.
I wonder how many Goodwill bins have switched to conveyor belts. I hope ours never do.
Never, yeah.
I don't want those.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons, yeah.
But guys, drop in the comments. Let us know if you've seen these conveyor belt bins.
Do you have the conveyor belts at your bins?
So basically, if you guys know the Goodwill bins, they're bins, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's called the bins. And someone physically rolls out these bins, and then you go through them. And then at some point, they roll them away and put new ones out. Well, here or there in Indy, it was all on a conveyor belt system. And they would just roll out a conveyor belt with stuff on it.
Out, and then they roll it back, and then they redo it. But they're constantly rotating the conveyor belts.
Yeah.
Like they're constantly changing.
Yeah, but keep in mind the conveyor belt is not always. It's not always moving.
It's not always running. It stops.
Mm-hmm. So
it lets you go through.
Yeah, so they will like kind of block it off so everyone stays back, and then they'll just slide out a belt with clothes or hard goods. This one didn't have shoes.
No,
for
no
some
shoes.
reason. It's kind of weird.
They used to have shoes.
Yeah,
so no shoes.
So all the clothes or the hard goods would roll out, and then people would go and sort, and then at some point they would call everyone away, and then the belt would go back with the old stuff. And then come out with new.
So indie bins also used to be rotations on the hour every hour. They don't do that anymore. They just do like one conveyor belt row at a time, constantly moving. So it's like they do this one, stops, and then they do this one, stops.
Yeah.
So it's constantly getting new
and it
stuff.
was constantly.
Yeah.
We'll give them that.
But I will say they're not deep. Like they're not like you can't dig. So it's all on the surface. So it's really not a lot that you can dig through.
Yeah.
It's about like this high of stuff you can dig through.
And I will say, as like professional bin shoppers, a lot of people like at our Goodwill bins or bins that we've been through are like surface dwellers.
Yeah.
Right? If it's not on top, they don't dig.
This is true. Yeah. They don't
and
dig.
we will go through and dig and one by one. So if you want an insider tip of the bins, go deeper. Go deeper. But with the conveyor belt, like everything is surface level. And so us diggers
don't get to dig.
We don't get to dig, and the surface dwellers can live on the surface.
Can't.
But guys, again, drop in the comments.
Means
let us know.
Feeders?
We're bottom feeders. We are in more ways than one, I'm sure. But guys, drop in the comments. Let us know. Have you seen these before? What do you think about these? We're not fans, I guess. The rotation was nice.
The rotation was nice because it was constantly new conveyors. But there's less, I think it's less stuff.
Yeah. And I think with that way, like everybody was ready for the next rotation to like come rolling through. So like everybody
it gets crowded.
went to that row, which kind of
there's only one row at a time. So
But let us know if you've seen it, what you think
was
about it.
interesting.
It's no longer
interesting.
the Goodwill bins, it's
The Goodwill conveyor.
the belts.
The belts. The Goodwill belts.
On to the favorite portion of the show. It's the eBay
is
part.
bae.
20 sales, $998. I don't know if we said this before, but this weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then anything that sold this morning, Tuesday, 33 total sales, $1,431. It's an average sales price of around 43 bucks.
43 bucks. That's pretty good. $43 average sale price. That's I'm happy with that.
Ours is usually like 49 to 50.
Okay. Well, anything over 40, because I get excited when I find anything that will sell over $40.
Is that kind of like your price point
Yeah.
you're looking
Yeah.
for? That's what gets you excited?
Yeah.
So 20 sales, $998. Frizz out of her comfort zone. I'm excited to see your little surprise sale that you would never have picked up in a million years, but you did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
We're going to see that. And then maybe one of my most favorite finds of all time.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. Frizz, this may be one of the, if not the most iconic
It is really good.
sports like clothing item of all time.
That you've ever found?
That just in general, just
Wow,
just
in
out there.
general?
People,
Wow.
if you know, you know.
Okay.
We don't have a ton of guy viewers based off of our metrics, but the older gentlemen like myself, we will know this, and maybe some ladies too. Guys, look at this Chicago Bears
really cool.
sweater. It is
Really cool.
vintage pro line.
Wool?
Wool,
Feels like-
yeah, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Orlon. What's
I don't know
Orlon?
what Orlon is.
75% Orlon, guys. Let us know what
Acrylic,
Orlon
maybe?
is, probably.
I don't
But
know.
this is screaming 85 Bears.
Yeah.
Mike Ditka. Mike Ditka was a keyword
Oh, you
that
use
I actually used. Because him getting lifted off the field after they won the Super Bowl, he was in the vest version of this, which actually sells for about double
Oh, wow.
of what this one does. But guys, this bear sweater, we paid $10 for it, paid up, $130
Nice.
in just a couple
That's
weeks.
really nice. And it's in excellent condition.
Yeah,
like,
this
no
is-
pilling. Like, it's in excellent condition.
Yeah, this was definitely bought and then stored.
Yeah.
But there it is.
Good job.
to say I am excited about this is an understatement.
Okay, so I was at the bins, and of course Johnny wasn't there because he has to work. But I came across some hard good bins came out, and like toys are in the hard goods, and I came across bags of toys. And this is not something I do. Like
At all.
Johnny does the toys. If he does toys,
Yeah,
he would do the
a little
toys.
bit.
But I picked all the toys up, and I threw them in my cart, and I was like, I gotta research this because
Mm-hmm.
you know, going out of my comfort zone. But anyways, I got this whole bag of Lion King. They're all Lion King pieces, older,
Yeah.
like vintage Lion King pieces. And so I got them at the bins. Probably paid. Hard goods are less.
Yes, yeah,
So-
they're, what are they, 79 cents a pound
Yeah,
or something
probably
like
paid
that?
$1 for this, $2 for this, and it sold for $24.
And like fast.
Very fast. I just found these a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Frizz, buying
Going to
Disney
toys.
toys. Who
Yeah. I
Who
also found-
are you?
What other
Who are you?
toy did I find?
I think you found some Power Rangers.
No, the
Beyblades?
Bakugan.
Oh,
I got a whole bag of Bakugan, which
Whatever that is.
I don't know. It's for sale.
Guys, how did Frizz do Lion King toys?
And I'm not a big Disney person either, so this was like, you know what? I'm proud of myself.
The fact that like you were sending me photos of toys, and I was like, new number, who dis?
Last week went to the bins before, I think the day before we left for Indy, and I got this vintage.
Look at that tag.
This is from the 50s, 50s or
Is
60s.
it really?
50s or 60s. Woolrich wool coat, and this is gorgeous. It's in excellent condition for the age of it. It sold immediately after I posted it for $120. So that was an excellent find.
And that tag is so cool.
Yeah.
And,
But it's in excellent condition, like really, like no holes, like nothing.
Yeah.
So.
and
I was really
Woolrich is a
excited.
brand that like can do well, but I think we pass a lot of it, right?
Yeah, but the older vintage stuff probably does better.
Well, clearly.
Yeah.
most of you guys probably know, but maybe you don't. I am a part-time reseller, but my real full-time job was a little nutty last month, so I was slacking a little bit. So I had a little
You
guilt.
didn't post anything.
I had a little
Not
guilt.
one thing.
So I found a bag of hats that I had, and I started posting. And guess what, Frizz?
They sold.
They started selling.
That's what I said. I said, oh my gosh, that's what happens when you post.
Guys, it's that easy. Post, sell. Who knew? But just to show you, I posted 20 hats this week, and 4 have already sold.
Nice.
A lot of people are saying hats, they don't sell like they used to, but what does?
What does?
This Seattle Seahawk hat sold for $12.50. This is kind of very rare, but vintage, this ski nautique, or whatever you want to call it. But this one sold for $21. And then I found this vintage painter hat one, all at the bin, so we probably paid like 40 cents a piece. And this one sold for $25 the same week. And then this one, look at this University at Buffalo hat. How cool is that, Frizz? This one is vintage. It's in pretty rough shape. You don't typically want to pick up hats that have like that kind of bunching in the front, but super clean on the inside, vintage, college, why not? $25 all in a couple days.
Nice. Not all Anthropologie is created equal.
No.
But this is Anthropologie, and this is a great brand to be on the lookout for. This is Byron Lars. Byron Lars. It looks vintage. It's not. But this is a nice dress. Very like elegant cocktail. Good for a holiday party.
Yeah, for sure.
Dress. It is missing the belt, so if it had the belt, it would have gone for more. But it sold for $50.
Yeah.
It sold for $50.
Still pretty darn
And
good.
I got it for $6 at Goodwill. So yeah, Byron Lars.
And you didn't have it too long.
No,
Oh, nice.
it's very nice. I would wear this too.
You would?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have nowhere to go.
The record, like, we do things.
What do you mean?
You know, because every video is like, oh, if I went somewhere,
Oh,
if we ever did. We do
we
things.
do things. Not
Peop-
fancy things though.
But we're not fancy.
No, we're not fancy. Who are we kidding? Anyways, next up is this Mariana Rinaldi. This is so she does a dress line, but this is her like kind of comfort loungy wear line persona. This sold on eBay for $60, just kind of like a long sleeve sweatshirt type top. And it did take a while to sell. I got it at Goodwill maybe last year for $5, but it finally sold, and it sold for $60. So I'm happy with that.
And that's like, some of that stuff is like, you're going to have it for a while, but when it sells, it sells well, you know, for a lot. Yeah. So some of that just, it happens. It's part of it. Not all of it is quick. So there you guys have it. 20 eBay sales for $998.
Nice.
All right. Well, there you have it. Frizz, we were back. We apologize. Guys, we do have a goal to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
You better get moving.
It is still our goal, despite our efforts.
Yes.
But so if you made it this far, maybe hit the subscribe button. Help us
Thanks
to
for
get
watching.
there.
We appreciate it.
Asking for subscribers reminds me of when we were kids.
Will
and
you be
like,
my friend?
And PBS would come on.
Oh, yeah.
And would be like, if you still want to watch Sesame Street, donate today before we're canceled.
And he would be
And
like,
you're
Mom,
like-
Mom, I gotta donate.
I would freak out and be like, you got it, I'm going to lose Sesame Street.
If you've turned to this station even once this year, isn't that worth a membership?
So with that same urgency as when you were kids, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. We missed you guys last week. We are so sorry, but stay tuned. We're going to try to crank these videos out through the end of the year, so be sure to subscribe.